Good morning, Dr. Roman Bonilla here. Today, we're going to explain what's happening and why did I contact the FBI for a second time and the FCC yesterday, January 13th. Today's January 14th, 2025, and this video is on record. I made um, a FOIA request to make freedom of information to make all the documents that I provided to the FBI public yesterday. In the city, there's something happening in the city. We're going to summarize it. I'm going to read off the document, but there's a certain group of dissenting people that are branching off and are targeting individual citizens in New York City and have gone as far as equipment jamming, right? Network jamming to achieve the goal of hindering interstate commerce, to stop me as a business, as a person, to conduct my business on a day-to-day basis. And it started happening around January 6th in the Battery Park area. We're going to read both the documents. First, we're going to read the FBI document, and then we're going to read the FCC document for what's happening in New York City and why this is scary. Why this is scary. This is not normal. And I think this has to do with the big change in demographics between whites and blacks, right? Minorities, Hispanics, and Caucasian people. And in addition, the influx of, which we could call generic, 120,000 illegal immigrants into New York City. They're changing the demographic and things are starting to change. But what they have done to me in the last 3 years is a serious concern. Hold on, let me see if I could put it on a dual. Hold on, right here. Let me upload a document. Where do I go? Where do I go? Upload a document. Share screen. Word. Yeah, allow. Window. Let me open the Word document. Okay. Share. All right. You guys see this, right? We're going to read this out loud here for you guys. This is the second document I provided to the FBI since I've been here. The first one was about Bluetoothing, right? The risk of HIV/AIDS, which consequently was reported in New York City recently, past a 2013 spike in Kings County, Brooklyn, of HIV reported cases, right? The rampant needle activity that happened and have slowly subsided since I've been here in the last 3 years. We're talking about real attacks with dirty needles. So I contacted the FBI, and since contacting the FBI, at least to me, they haven't been pricking my legs at night. They haven't been seeking me out to inject my leg with some dirty needle. We're going to read this document now. Public Corruption Unit, Civil Rights and Domestic Terrorist Division. This is basically the start of the document, the title of the document. Public Corruption Unit, Civil Rights and Domestic Terrorist Division. Classification, unclassified caveats for official use only. Formal investigation request, FBI. Myself, DOB, Social Security number, date. Subject, systematic resource exhaustion, infrastructure sabotage, and coordinated consumer fraud. Repeat that again. This is what these people is guilty of. systematic resource exhaustion, infrastructure sabotage, and coordinated consumer fraud. Executive summary. I'm requesting a high-level investigation into coordinated efforts by elements of the New York City population to target, stalk, and economically exhaust a veteran professional. This campaign involves the use of signal jamming, retail-level denial of service, and systematic consumer fraud. I have previously reported these issues to the New York State Attorney General Bureau, New York State Attorney General, Bureau of Consumer Fraud and Protection, and NYC Mayor's Office. Yet the pattern of targeting continues to escalate, suggesting the need for federal intervention. Coordinated consumer fraud and retail interference. T-Mobile denial of service. Following the physical vandalism of my mobile hotspot, I attempted to replace the device at a local T-Mobile retailer, and I was met with intentional denial of service. The retail employee refused to finalize the job to give me my mobile hotspot after I paid, and just told me to return my money. And this is after going to 3 stores and them telling you that they don't have the product. Right? And I called, they had it. Oh, we just sold the last one. Bullshit. Right? Oh, they did not want to finalize this product with my SIM card, and also disconnected the SIM card that I had so that it did not work anymore. Right? The SIM card that I tried putting in this machine, right, when I tried buying it in the city, was disconnected also. Retail employees refused to activate my hardware with my existing SIM card, a move I believe was coordinated to sever my only link to my doctoral research and online business operations. Regional membership termination. I have experienced a regional blackout of services, specifically a Planet Fitness membership cancellation that was restricted to the NYC area without national cost. Over bullshit, I was having a conversation in the shower. These elements of sovereign citizens in New York decided to make a quick decision over an argument over a Gatorade. They did not want to transact my Gatorade transaction, and boof, no more shower in Planet Fitness in all of New York City. Predatory retail pricing. I have identified a 72-hour window where local retailers in Battery Park, Tribeca area engage in targeted price manipulation or supply withholding, right? No baloney, when I attempt to purchase essential goods. And I don't know, people that have seen my previous videos have already identified the 72-hour misconduct, taking a $1.69 Slim Jim and then costing it at the retailer at the cash register $3.99. And when you come back, they change the sticker from where it was to $3.99 for a dollar item, just to get more money out of you, just to make sure that every transaction is a 20. Official reports. I have contacted the mayor's office and the attorney general, CCWP Consumer Fraud, on multiple occasions to report these instances of fraud. The persistence of these events point at a localized business competition model of harassment where my basic survival resources are being manipulated. People following me around, looking to stop me from doing what I need to do. If I go to Whole Foods, they complain. If I go to the Battery Park Library, they complain. They think they know me, but they have no freaking idea who they messing with. You know, like these people are all together in some form of cult, like Satanists, in some form of California style Satanists, going to fucking Stanley Kubrick's house to shit to try to stop me from doing what I need to do on a daily basis. And I have been doing it over the last 3 years. This is continued. This is not stopping. This is who these people are now. This is New York. Pay attention. Technical sabotage and signal interference. Mobile link inhibitors. I have confirmed through trace ping diagnostics that my 5G hotspot, which functions normally at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, is systematically disconnected inside the Battery Park Library. I believe a mobile link inhibitor or scrambler is being operated within the facility. Infrastructure tampering. Network protocols and IP assignments are being upgraded or altered in my immediate vicinity to ensure that the specific digital tasks required for my doctoral work remain impossible to execute. Prior victimization and stalking, assault and retaliation. The pattern began following a sexual assault, right? Rape in the train. I was sexually assaulted by blacks and Hispanics and white people in the train, and they drugged me and they pulled my teeth and they stomped my toes and they messed up my hair. When I got here, June 23, members of that same group tracked me to my place of employment, right? Where I went to Whole Foods to work in the cafeteria and successfully coerced management into altering cafeteria access rules to prevent my presence. They won. All of a sudden, at 9 o'clock, oh, you've been here for a full year, but you gotta go now because I set up the rules just for you. I gotta change the rules to you, right? To get me out while everyone else in the line, while everyone else in Whole Foods is still there since 7 a.m. and nobody's doing nothing. Targeted of Caucasian professionals. There is substantial evidence that this group is targeting white Caucasian professionals and veterans to force them to exit the city, contributing to the mass exodus of over 100,000 residents through un-American values, stalking, and coercion. Request for action. I am currently accessible at the Battery Park Library. I'm requesting a formal case study and interviews to identify the root nature of these groups. The manipulation of 5G networks and denial of cellular access are domestic terrorist issues that hinder interstate commerce and personal freedom. Nobody should have to go through what I have experienced here already. And they continue like if they have done nothing wrong. There is no such thing as free will if its intent is to stop what constitutes the livelihood of someone else in the United States of America. My name and signature. This is what they're doing. This is what has happened since I've been here, and they act like they don't care. They keep going, right? They keep going. How long has it been since the blocking of the G-spot of the modem? The 6th. It's been a full week, 6 days of jamming the signature, bro. Taking this, that when it works, it's lightning fast speed, right? You click and the website loads, and all of a sudden, click, and the shit don't work. And the shit don't work. Playing with it, like click, and the signal disappears. Click, and the 5G then is full. And the 5G, all bars are full, and the website is working. These people are terrorists. This is not normal. This is a group, organized group that has been tracking me since El Paso. They've been following me because I went and took a massive trip, $25,000 per stay, across multiple hotels going out west. Got here, these people said, oh, he's spending lots of money, blah, blah, blah. And all I've gotten was straight harassment, discrimination, persecution, non-stop. They don't quit. They don't quit. Let's read the next one. Let's read the next document. Let's open the second one and do the FCC, the proof, the butter in regards to the FCC and why there's a jammer in the Battery Park area. There's a real network jammer in the Battery Park area, and that's like military escalation. That's what military do before they go murder someone in another country, right? Why do jammers exist in the first place? Well, I'm a soldier. I got that shit here. I got my radio here. I got the TAC radio and the airplane or air support radio here. I turn this on to go in there and ensure the towel head don't call people to start shooting RPGs from the mountain, right? To make sure that when a real terrorist is there and turns and starts calling his friend, they can't use the phone. And there's multiple modes inside the same thing. There's the signal, there's the uplink, there's the ensuring that no calls go through, right? Everything looks fine, but no calls. There's multiple bands that they could track down and stop cellular devices from working. You know, it could look fine, but you call and nothing happens. That's a jammer. Here we go. We're gonna go now and do the complaint to the FCC done yesterday to ensure they see it on the radar. They need to see this blip because it's gonna look. The radar looks like this, and they're gonna see something hollow where the device is. It's gonna be seen on radar. The same way the cellular tower pings your phone, they're gonna be able to see where there's no signal on the map, and hopefully happen soon so that they leave the area. I need that device to stop. I've already taken enough. I can't be dealing with people that are going above and beyond just to stop you from succeeding, right? Just to make you, take all, overpriced food and then try to stop you to cover the money, right? To try to stop you from making money so that you can't repay the amount of money that you spend, so that you're not growing in income instead, so you lose everything and leave and become nobody. That's basically their goal. If they could do that to everyone like they're doing it to me, everyone would go broke, right? Especially businesses that need internet, IoT. What they playing with is fucking fire. FCC consumer complaint, radio frequency interference, complaint information, name, date, location, Battery Park, nature of complaint. I am filing a complaint regarding suspected intentional radio frequency interference affecting my mobile hotspot device at a specific location with a consistent daily pattern. Detailed description of interference. First week of January 2026, Battery Park Public Library, blah, 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 blah. Interference occurs with precise timing, begins approximately at 1 p.m., ends at 3:50. Duration, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Technical details. Mobile hotspot, Jetstream, carrier, affected band is 60, the 5G. They know what band. The device itself could turn on whatever they want to manipulate, right? If they want to have download but no upload, they'll kill whatever they want within a signal. They have full control of what they want to do. They want to make it seem that the cell phone is fine. They make it seem like the cell phone is mine, but makes no cost. They know what they are doing. Complete loss of internet data connectivity despite full signal strength, which is a jammer. Everyone knows what that is in the military. Wi-Fi connection, local Wi-Fi connection between devices remains stable. RSSI negative 25 dBm to negative 34 dBm, excellent quality. Comprehensive diagnostic evidence, network performance test. I have conducted extensive network diagnostic that show a clear pattern of interference. Initial testing, right? 11 p.m. to 3:50. 80% packet loss on internet connection test. Like if it was being DDoS, bro. They take what a jammer does is take a mobile hotspot and it's like DDoSing the hotspot. 85% packet loss on internet connectivity test on 111. Extremely high latency. Right? A full second and a full second 0.4 in packet when they get through. Multiple request timeout errors in initial packets. Only 3 out of 20 packets received on the first test. Trace route results. No hop, no connection to the tower, blocking completely the 5G tower from reaching my mobile hotspot. Secondary testing, variable performance. Second pin test show improvement to 5G packet loss. However, latency remained highly unstable. Standard deviation, 328 ms indicated severe jitter pattern, suggests intermittent blocking rather than consistent failure, right? It's like bleeping. There's something affecting the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi link quality analysis, right? ISI, excellent signal, very low interference, clear channel, TX rate, right? 229 megabytes per second. Everything is good. All right, what else? Band 60, blah, blah, blah. Compare testing between LTE and 5G. LTE is like from 200 megabytes to 25 megabytes per second, but no packet loss. They're not jamming that, or they can jam it, but they're targeting the 60 band. They're targeting the high speed network. Trace route 2 hop, still the same thing. Even LTE doesn't touch the tower. Right? A little more. Now, again, to finalize, why this pattern indicates potential interference frequency-specific targeting. It's just the 5G. The issue affects only the 5G band 60, while LTE bands remain functional. This is selective disruption. This selective disruption is inconsistent with natural building attenuation, right? Noise or poor signal, normal carrier congestion, which would show gradual degradation, not complete blockage, equipment malfunction, which would not follow a precise daily schedule, critical signal degradation. The mesh, right? Sent whatever is saying there, right? And in terms of the signal, it's showing that there's something affecting the device instead of the device inside the building. Something is doing that to the hotspot, right? Asymmetric. They're gonna understand. FCC is gonna see. It's gonna see this, and they're gonna know. T-Mobile's also gonna know. Hopefully, they look for that backpack, bro. It's in that room. I said when it started happening last week that someone has a fucking kilo of coke somewhere. There must be a major player operating to jam this, or it's just personal. It's like aimed at this guy right here to stop me from connecting using this. Right? It's all coincidental. No Wi-Fi for you on June. Right? Here we go. Download functional. Tower can reach device. Uplink. Device cannot reach tower. Blah blah blah. A lot of mumbo jumbo between the Wi-Fi stuff. Here we go. Recent environmental change. Interference pattern began suddenly during the first week of January after years of stable connectivity. This shit is fast as fuck, bro. It's faster than the library speed. This is fast as fuck. This is, you go to Facebook, you go pop, and boom. No loading, no thinking about it. Straight like a fucking, like if it was a router connected to a cable modem. Quick as hell. It should not be. This is what they are doing to me in this area. Looking to stop me from doing this because from here is where I make my money. That's all they targeting. That's all they want. Looking to stop me from making bread. And what they're stopping is $5 a day. They're going to stop me from making $5 a day. Imagine how petty the war is about. Imagine how the way they think and what their intentions really are compared to the funds, right? Because if there would definitely be greater or grave if I'd be making thousands through the stock market and I can't connect to this device, right? Just to stop me from making trades and ultimately bankruptcy, business bankruptcy, right? Make me lose my job or my business and so on and so forth. That's what they want. That's what the people here are attenuating to. This is what they're leaning forward. Right? You're white. We're not American. We're something else. You gotta go. And I'm not going. I'm not going, Papa. I'm staying in the city. These people are gonna fight. They're gonna start bringing out rifles and killing themselves before I get out of here. That's where it's headed. All right. And the final paragraph here for the FCC. Why this pattern indicates potential interference. Frequency-specific targeting. The issue affects only 5G band 60, while LTE band remain functional. This selective disruption is inconsistent with natural building attenuation, normal carrier congestion, or equipment malfunction. The device works. Yesterday, the shit was blazing fast at 3:55 in the afternoon. This is real specific. Boom, nothing else. Nothing's gonna work. Like you're going from blazing fast to boom, echo. A murderer is coming to the door to shoot you, right? Army's coming in, about to blow your brains out. That's basically when that happens. They standing outside the mud hut. We go. Are we gonna go in? We're gonna clear the complex. Yeah, we're gonna clear. Pop, you turn that shit on. They got no signal. No more talking on the phone. No more browsing YouTube. They got nothing in that hut now. They got no cell phone. They can't call the RPG. They can't call they 60 friends to come kill us, and so on and so forth. And they're using those devices to stop people like me from connecting out here. right? A lot of additional mumbo jumbo, and that's it. Their request. Oh, the impact, right? It affects me, blah, blah, blah. Requested action. I request that the FCC investigate potential illegal operation of jamming equipment at or near Battery Park Public Library. Conduct radio frequency monitoring, right? The map, just like the cell phone, see if it's going to be red, because it's going to be red, right inside the library or the range of the device so that they see it, pinpoint it, and hopefully send NYPD to come arrest the fool who with that device. Hopefully go and go get him. Find them real time with him in that backpack. He's got to have it in the backpack. It must be in the building. Go get him and get him out. Sober. They done. They think they some fucking militia out here, and they're playing with someone that's gonna kill them all. That could technically, as a U.S. soldier, fucking slaughter them. I'm Bravo. I'm not Alpha. I'm not one of them pussy kids. I'm straight fucking shooting, and accurate as a motherfucker. They think they hot, right? They think they this hardcore fucking military militia using military equipment on a civilian, and I'm a fucking quick reload and stay tapping. Come with switches, come whatever. You're gonna shoot 30, I'm gonna shoot one to your head, and that's it. So that's basically the message to the FCC. There's a lot of documentation. If they ask me, I did the test already. I did the test multiple times, so it should be on the terminal logs. If they ask more, all of that's there. I already did, because I used all the commands on terminal to test the Wi-Fi connection, and that's it. Evidence strongly suggests external RF interference, specifically targeting 5G band 60 uplink frequencies. Uplink, not download, right? It could download stuff, but nothing's coming up. During a scheduled daily window at Battery Park Public Library, this interference pattern is inconsistent with all natural things, right? This broken, regular stuff, it's something specific. The systematic nature, time precision, frequency specific targeting, and sudden onset after years of stable operation are a hallmark of deliberate RF interference equipment operation. Hopefully they go get that motherfucker. They get these people, because these people is way over the head targeting me. This is the smoking gun. Doing that to the mobile hotspot to stop me from making $5 a day is the smoking fucking gun. Whatever the fuck they are, I want them out of the United States or in a federal fucking jail. Period. I'm living among terrorists in New York City. And what was done to me is fucking terrorism, without a doubt. All they done to me here, all these black people doing all this shit to me, all that shit is terrorism. Don't say. All that shit is terrorism, right? Fucking with my teeth, changing my teeth, my smile profile. You see that shit? That wasn't me. My hair, my face, changing me to how I was to how I look now. All that, attempting to take my leg, flesh-eating bacteria on the ankle, having to heal it, having to squeeze the leg to get all the fucking bacteria out the leg. All of it was an intent of, it was all a terrorist attack. In the end, it paints a different picture. It wasn't just a random thing, right, that they wanted to maybe assault you, maybe want you to go through something, right? Do something to the white guy because they hate the white guy so much. This is terrorism, right? Because what happened to me is specific, timely, and continues to be escalating. A pattern continues to grow. They're doing more and more to this person right here. To friquiteco aquí, chiquiteco aquí, right? So hopefully this video serves as evidence, right? Got here, first thing they did, touch me, rape me, fuck me, stick their dick in my mouth, fuck with my hair, pull on my teeth, stomp on my toes, right? Try to inject shit on my leg to get worms, to fucking eat my ankle. I had to heal that, swell it with edema, this big, swell the fucking leg this big, injecting water and dirty needle in it, had to squeeze it, apply all types of ointments and creams after squeezing it real thin to get it back to health. It's thankfully back to health again. And then the patterns of escalation. No shower, no fucking mobile hotspot, no sitting at Whole Foods, complaining, complaints up to this high about the white guy, and now Battery Park. And they don't stop. These people don't stop. What they want is the boom, 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 boom. That's what they're looking for. And it's on site. What they want is a civil war so that once Texas, right? Once the second division of Texas and California starts sweeping through New York, they start putting them in ditches and graves for thinking that they some hot shit. That's where we're headed. We're headed into some real fucking nasty ass shit here. And then when they start exodus, right, with these crazy beliefs about white people, the South will fucking put them in a mass grave. We'll be throwing lie at these motherfuckers in the future. Lie. There'll be a white American redhead take a lie and tossing it into people that are not American. They're gonna ask them, where are you from? China. Boom. That's what's gonna happen. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for the complete exhaustion of tolerance. They're looking for the complete exhaustion of tolerance between, right, how we do it on the other side of the river and how far left is doing it here. And the question is gonna happen. You're not gonna be able to lie. Oh, yeah, you got a strange accent. You think he's American? I don't know. He doesn't look American to me. Boom. See, that's what happens. You want to target them. They might be standing in real hot water right now with what they done to me alone. Really hot water. I need to know who they are. I want to know what organization is it? If it's Tren de Aragua, if it's the Crips, if it's the Bloods, if it's the GD, if it's individual people. I want to know who it is, the cartel, the Mexican cartel, the Russian cartel, the Italian mafia. I want to know who has done all these things to the GD, the King, or the Black Panthers, whatever the fuck they are. I want to know what they've been doing for all these things to continue happening to me here in the city. Because all they want from me is to be a fucking bum. In their mind, I'm a bum. They don't see a doctor and someone looking to prosecute already. In their mind, I was a bum. We got to make sure that he looks and is a bum, because in our mind, he's a bum and he's a bum. No, he's a doctor. He's a triple major with money. He's someone successful. He might sleep on the street, but he's successful. And you're trying to stop a very successful person from being successful altogether. You see? That's what they're trying to do. And I want to know who they are. I'm itching to know what organization, what group, so I could target them on my own end here. So that I start questioning, and people start catching up. And I want to see their faces. I want to see kingpins. I want to see heads of organizations. I'm someone that knew Chapo Guzman. I want to see heads, kingpins. I want to see chief, patrone. I want to see the top of their organization after all of this is said and done. I want to know who is behind this bullshit. And it better not be George Soros. It better not be the Democrat Party. It better be a real terrorist organization. It better be some dumb NGO, right? It better be some real public known group of people that everyone knows and are starting to do this to ensure that I'm part of the statistic, that I'm part of the 100,000 white people that left the city already, right? Because the city's turning mostly Hispanic and Black. That's what's happening here. And what they're looking for at this point, right? RF interference. You're going to try to stop me from using my mobile hotspot. They looking to get tested. ICE. Hey, Dylan, where you from? China. Get out of here. Go in the van. Venezuela, get in the van. Iran, get in the van. Cleanup. Mass exodus. Mass deportation. being a Democrat, having a real liberal country or area where they live, it's not going to save them if they continue doing this, because people are going to start knowing. People are going to start knowing, and it's better to just get deported than be put in a mass grave, to escalate to a pattern of misconduct in which tolerance stops and we reach the higher level. We reach the hick Copenhagen sipping, motherfucking Zen sipping, a fucking hick from the Appalachia asking you where you're from so you get shot for no fucking reason. You see, that's the Civil War, baby. That's what they want. They want a class war, right? The Civil War, the next Civil War, it's not going to be because of money or poverty or whatever. It's going to be between black and Hispanic versus white, or black and Hispanic versus the state versus the government. You know, the liberals versus the entire concept of the American government, and all white people too, and everyone else that they don't like in that group. Could be Chinese too. They don't like Chinese. Those people could also be put on the same fucking blacklist, the same hate list. You know, what they looking for is for tolerance to stop and cease to exist. And once they start shooting and harming more people that they have been harming them already, shit's gonna pop off. I'm calling it out already. They're gonna be asked where they from, and they will be executed in this country in the next 50 to 60. I would give it less than 100 years. The rate they going, right, looking to stop you from working, is 100 years before they start getting killed in this motherfucker for looking at thinking that they can make this jive shit, this Afro shit in this motherfucker. Un-American motherfuckers doing this shit to people just because you're white and successful. Have a good day. My name is Dr. Roman Bonilla. There's a video for the record. You already know the concept of all that's happening in the city. It's a good video record. Pay attention, because these people are looking to get their way incredibly. They want to win. They want to win, but they want to fucking stomp on you in the process. They want to get up. They want to stake all your money. They want to take all your money, overpricing all your food. And at the same time, they want to be stomping on the little that you have so that you could get by. Have a good day, everyone.